Si queremos comprender bien la naturaleza de la realidad, tenemos que darnos cuenta de que no son los mismos estes reptilianos de aquí que estes de aquí. Estes son las familias reales, por eso les vemos cambiando de forma. Aquí está la cara de humano, aquí el reptil, el ojo del reptil y el cuerpo del reptil. Estas son las familias reales, la genética que les permite manifestarse en esta realidad. La genética que tienen, el ADN, hace como de antena, como de TDT, si fuera una radio, capta la frecuencia de los reptilianos y se manifiestan en esta realidad. La historia es que no es lo mismo este que este.
Why mind control someone to conduct these rituals, like yourself? Why don't these reptilians just conduct their own rituals?
They don't seem to have the psychic abilities, and they look for people that have that and people in the bloodline that have that. And I've had that. I've had a tremendous amount of psychic ability, and so I was picked and bred from before birth, and this is also something that other survivors that have been in high positions have known about me and told me.
What's the connection then between you having psychic abilities, those being recognized from the start, and you being brought through to conduct their major rituals?
Well, it's kind of twofold. First of all, they needed the psychic abilities because they control or attempt to control events, because I would have the ability to foretell what was going to happen, and they needed the information to just try to control it to an outcome that was good for them. The second thing is that during the rituals, you had to have psychic ability. You have to be very powerful in that way to call out the old ones that are also reptilian, that come from another dimension. They actually they materialize from out of another dimension and are present at rituals, and they are so powerful, and their presence is there's such an evilness about them, and they want out of this other dimension, and they can't. They have to be called out by someone who has that power, and the reptilians don't have this power. That's very important, that they don't have this power to call out these old ones that have to do with them. And
what is it that humans have that the reptilians don't have, that means they don't have the power to connect interdimensionally, and some humans do?
We have the ability to foresee, to be able to become vibrationally higher, and see into those levels, go into those levels, and in fact, agencies use this. They call it remote viewing. Humans have the ability to go into the past, to go into the future, to go to other places, to astrally leave their body, astrally, and to see things that we've always had this ability, and it's like having the third eye, which they don't have. They don't have this ability. So during a ritual, these old ones are called out, and they are what Christianity would have called the demons. They are called out, and there is a circle that it has a hexagon in there, which is a powerful occultic symbol, and then there is a pentagram, and then there in the middle of that there is a triangle, and if you're the one calling them out, and you stand in the triangle so that you're not devoured or taken by these creatures that come out.
That creates an energy field around you which they can't penetrate.
They can't penetrate it, and they cannot get outside the pentagram. And they want out. They're always demanding to be let out. And so you have to be very powerful to keep them in line and to make them go back when it is time for them to go back.
Why do the reptilians want to manifest these quote demons at the rituals?
It brings power to the rituals. It brings power to them. They are told things by these entities, and they are encouraged to go on with what they're doing, and knowledge is imparted to them through these entities. But it takes a person with the ability to bring them out and make them answer, because they don't want to cooperate. They have to cooperate when the right person has control over them.
And that's to do with that person's energy and ability to use
right.
energy.
Yes.
You talked about the Aryan race coming from Mars. One expression of it seems to be very clearly what we call the Phoenicians. The Phoenicians had two deities, St. George, which became a British deity, who defeated the dragon, which seems incredibly symbolic, and also St. Michael, who, according to the legend, banished Satan, or this negative force, into the abyss. Is this symbolism of the abyss anything to do with the fact that these reptilian demons of another dimension are somehow locked in a time-space prison, and they can't get out, and they can only get out when they're brought out in that way?
Yes, they want out of that dimension. They have been thrown into that dimension, and they can't leave that dimension. And that's actually what the abyss is about, is being in a different dimension. It's like something to do with the fourth dimension. And
Goya murió hace más de 200 años y fijaros cómo sabía todo. Todos los reptiles están bajo la pirámide. Si os fijáis. Y al final comprender la naturaleza de la realidad es saber que es como las matemáticas. Si sumas 2 más 2 son 4. Pues vemos el Sol, la constelación de la Cruz, la Luna. Y puso hábilmente los 5 dedos así, dejándolos atrás, los 5 sentidos, saliendo el sexto de la glándula pineal, ¡boom! Y salen los reptiles. Yo valoro muchísimo lo que hizo Goya. Dejó todo en el cuadro, a pesar de que sabía que casi nadie le comprendería. Apenas ahora la gente sabe descodificar lo que hay en los cuadros. Imaginaos hace más de 200 años. Por eso en realidad no lo pudieron asesinar. Trató de asesinarlo la Inquisición acusándolo por muchísimas cosas. Pero era imprescindible para la familia real, porque no había cámaras fotográficas de aquella ni cámaras de vídeo. Y la única forma de retratarse era con buenos retratistas, y Goya era el mejor. Así que su talento lo salvó. Debemos entender también que las familias reales realmente no son los reptiles. Todos somos multidimensionales. Ellos tienen un ADN que les permite manifestar a los reptilianos aquí en esta realidad holográfica de los 5 sentidos. Pero realmente son otro ser. Y cuando se manifiesta el reptiliano en esta realidad, ellos pasan a otro plano, a otra vibración.
It's getting me in trouble, baby, and I can't break away. I thought that I could keep it low. Take it easy, take it slow. We ended up just like before, so take it easy, take it easy. I thought that I could keep it low. Take it easy, take it slow. it easy.